I'm going through serious jet lag right now. I feel like lead. I'm very I'm tired.
I'm shot. I'm really fighting it. It takes me a while to get to sleep, and then I start waking up on the hour, every hour.
I don't think I can even eat. I'm so tired. I'm hungry, but I'm too tired to put the energy into actually eating.
Tired. Not just a bit tired.
What's the word I'm looking for here? What's the word I'm lost for words? Jet lag, it's kicking in.
I'm shutting the door. When I'm shutting the door, leave me a, I can't even fucking talk. I'm so fucking fried.
This is our first show here in Japan tonight in Nagoya. And then we do 2 shows in Osaka, and then we do the 1 show in Tokyo at the Budokan.
I can always tell when you're following me now because I can see the light.
Do we ever have enough time to rehearse? That's the thing when we go on tour, because the way we like to construct our set lists is we like to mix up the songs each and every night, so we're not playing the same set every night. So because of that, we're having to get to the venue, do lengthy sound checks, and rehearse songs that we know are coming up for the next show or a couple of shows away. And the same, you know, pulling out a cover song. Like we'll throw in 1 cover here and there in certain cities. So yeah, there's a lot of work when we're on tour.
That's basically the time. 2, 3, 4.
Mike, I think the problem is you're still playing that too fast. The actual lick. Yeah, you coming in like.
So try the booga-digga. 1, 2, By the way, were you hearing this last night? Because I counted us out of the Beyond This Live solo 3 times. You should make sure you have enough of that. More cowbell.
In the heat of my lead, I definitely didn't hear it.
He's got a fever.
The only prescription is more cowbell.
The Dream Theater sound, well, I view it as a real combination of elements. It's a combination of a real metal, hard rock sound, and it also includes a lot of the progressive rock elements of classic progressive rock groups like Genesis, Yes, Pink Floyd.
The History of Progressive Rock by Mike Portnoy. Progressive rock started, I think, with Sgt. Pepper. I think that was the first album that really just took new artistic freedom to a whole new place. And then from there, Pink Floyd emerged the same year with their first album. A couple years later, King Crimson, Yes, Genesis, you know, took it into real progressive directions. I think the Beatles just kind of, I only cite that because that kind of broke all the rules, but that's what progressive rock was about, was breaking all the rules. Then more hard rock bands took the style, Deep Purple, Rush, Kansas, Dixie Dregs, Frank Zappa. Then the whole progressive scene died an ugly death at the hands of disco and punk in the late 70s. And suddenly progressive music became a dirty word in the industry. And there were a couple of bands that emerged in the 80s, Marillion, Iron Maiden, Metallica, that were influenced by the progressive music. And then the late 80s, Queensryche, Fate's Warning. And then I think we broke the door open in the early 90s of making progressive music somewhat mainstream again. And then I think we kind of emerged as the poster boys for a whole new generation of progressive hard rock.
The Dream Theater sound, metal, hard, progressive rock, you kind of merge those together and add a little bit of the virtuosic element. The one thing that makes Dream Theater kind of unique is, along with the combination of those 2 strong elements, you have this kind of real playing ability with each member of the band. And it's one of the things that I think keeps our audience really alive all throughout the world, is that they're coming either for the metal or they're coming for the prog or both, and they're also coming to see the players.
Is it still in D when it gets to the bum bum, the tubular bells part? That's a different key, huh? Because it would have been nice to just get directly into the tubular bells, being you're coming out of the tubular bells. I mean, the other alternative is just we fade away on that D and then you start finally free.
It's very demanding tour, being the whole tour is an evening with. So every night's about 3.5 hours. And between sound check and dinner, going to the show, it's not like there's an opening band going on at, say, 9:30. The schedule in the past has always been, okay, we have dinner around 6, and then we have 3 or 4 hours before we hit the stage. Whereas being that this tour is an evening with, it's like you eat dinner at 5:36 and then you're on at 7.